This is about schools and how we can improve them. And my son is at school, he's 12, and I said to him, don't worry about learning anything, you probably won't, and it doesn't matter. You're just a byproduct, you're a commodity. And he didn't like that, a byproduct. But it's true, that's why schools exist. Crowd control during daylight hours. Schools exist to prevent a vast mass of unemployable ignoramuses clogging up society. Schools also exist to prevent children clogging up society. See what I did there? I call teachers unemployable ignoramuses, which is the system. Schools create ignorance, not useful knowledge or marketable skills. Man leaves the womb unemployable, and he leaves school 18 years later still unemployable, because teachers are uneducated, which is why school leavers can't earn a living, except with their hands and feet. Robot functionality is all they have to offer. Pick fruit, flip burgers, those are typical school leaver jobs. Sweep a floor, deliver a parcel. So a school leaver is one warning letter away from losing the worst job there can be, after 13 years in education. Same thing after university. A university graduate hasn't the expertise to practice a profession. With a law degree, you're not a lawyer. A medical degree doesn't make you a doctor. An architecture graduate can't set up his own architecture practice, but he can begin to acquire the necessary expertise. So even the graduate is unemployable, like the school leaver, like the newborn baby, with one exception. The graduate can teach straight off. He's got what it takes. Nothing. Officially, he's studying teaching, but that means teaching experience, relieving an older teacher who can sit in the staff room tweeting about his self-published novel to his 116 followers. And the unemployable graduate teacher passes on what he got at school. Smatterings, that's all you get. A bit of history, bit of science, bit of Shakespeare, with quizzes and brain teasers to keep the kids interested. Plus a grade at the end, which helps employers and universities assess the quality of their applicants. And school children are the byproduct of this contract between parents and the state to keep kids occupied cheaply. And the cheapest way to do it is to hire talentless babysitters to teach whatever. A babysitter can't teach useful stuff or specialisms, even when a specialism is the only point, like French. We learn French so that we can speak French to the French, but not in schools. French is taught like a dead language. Write an essay about a trip to the zoo with the correct grammar and vocabulary. Okay, then you arrive in France. Try making your way in Parisian society with that. I was at the zoo yesterday, read my essay. What should be taught is French conversation. But that's not taught because it's harder to grade. The grade would depend on the generosity of the examiner or even on the examiner's mood. So French is taught like geometry or physics, a series of coded symbols to be memorised and reproduced in the exam, which is good for employers, useless for children, but also quite good for schools, which have to produce not well-educated children, but accurately graded children. So it's like I said to my son, you'll learn nothing, but be kind to the staff. Remember, they gave up a decent career and a proper income to be teachers. The good news is that reform is possible, and I'm going to explain it in my next video, starting with dinner ladies, cooks and cleaners who aren't needed. Mass sackings, I'm afraid, and teachers as well. So to find out how schools can improve without the staff, watch my next clip.